What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well today. So, I'm going to be checking out a single by a band called the Chronomaster Project, and the name of the song is Generation Clash. And from what I can gather, they are a new sci fi metal opera style band. They have the album coming out April 15th, and I'm really excited by this. And anytime you put the words sci-fi metal opera together, oh, I mean that just intrigues me instantly. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to sound like here. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Rangers, go.
We landed with the fleet. On this planet we put our feet. It feels like so long ago. We built a world on peace and compassion and love with ease. The aliens were always our friends. Science was our way of life. We all learned to grow with pride. Can't believe our dream has to end. The sky is on fire. Is now under God's control. A purity has to be restored. There is no space for your heresy. Impurity we wipe away. Abomination is what you are. You'll disappear from among the stars. Armageddon, the sky's on fire. There shall be no time to cry. You're burning. You're falling. Prepare to die. We are the righteous and we purified. Atomic weapons that we control. The holy fire that will burn you all. You can't escape from this war. All your sins, we take it slow. I came here with my wife to build a better life. A brave new world that came out of our dreams. Take it all away, and there's not much left to say. We'll stand up tall and proudly brave the storm. You better send your speeches for the Lord. Where is your signs when you need it all? Soon you'll lose so much more than your life. It is the fall of your souls. You're burning, you're falling, prepare to die. We are the righteous and we purify. We came here with our wives to build a better life. A brave new world that came out of our dreams. You'll take it all away. There's not much left to say. We'll stand up tall and proudly brave the storm. followed a better life, a brave new world that came out of their dream. Hellfire, no one survives. Hellfire, no one survives. Hellfire, no one survives. Hellfire, no one survives. Whoa!
Interesting there. I like that dynamic, that storytelling dynamic, how you got like the two sides. I really, really like not the fanatical dude, but the other dude, those sections, really nice, like with kind of the acoustic guitar and the piano. That sounds really, really nice. I really enjoyed those sections a lot. The melody and the vocals, I really like his vocals there. And yeah, that was my favorite part of the song was those sections, which, he's the one who started out the song, but then it kind of became the chorus, I guess you could say, to an extent. Although, yeah, it pretty much became the chorus because after the fanatical dude would say his stuff, it kind of shifted back into that guy talking about we came here with our wives and this and that. So, yeah, I like those sections quite a bit. The fanatical guy sections, I wasn't quite as big on. Um, Again, I like that dynamic, how it got much heavier, in a darker tone, and his vocals were like very kind of harsh and menacing almost. So, that was pretty cool. Um, as far as like the song as a whole goes, though, I just felt like the music. Um, it felt a little empty, I would say, the song. And, when you're going for a song with as grand a scope as kind of this, like a sci fi metal opera style, I kind of go in expecting, a little more of a oomph behind everything, a little bit more of a scope, a big scope, whether it be symphonic elements or just filled with, a lot of different elements with the music, even if you don't really have the symphonic stuff going. I just didn't really quite get the sense of scale. It's talking about they're going to like a different planet, I guess, or whatnot, and you got this other guy who's this fanatical leader coming in and trying to lay waste to everything or purify or whatnot. And it's kind of this big scope, this big conflict going on, and I just didn't really get that sense musically. It just felt, like I said, just a little empty. It didn't have quite that depth that I think I was looking for to really make me feel like this is this big conflict going on. But the guitar work and whatnot was good, and again, I like that dynamic where you got these good guys, I guess, and then you got this villain, this fanatical guy who's kind of trying to undo everything for one reason or another. And that's really cool. I want to see how this story plays out. It kind of intrigues me from a story perspective. I really like when they have the different characters or whatnot portrayed by different vocalists, and it makes it nice and easy to follow. And it's almost like you're listening to a movie where you have these different characters, being portrayed by different actors or whatnot. And, you can follow it that way, which is really cool. So, the story has intrigued me. I'm really curious to see where the album goes, as far as the other songs, and if you get kind of that grand scope, or if they're all going to kind of, you feel, just, it's really hard to explain, but I just kind of feel like I'm left with a little bit of a void from the song. I just I really, really, really wanted to like it a lot. I like it still, again, just because that dynamic I think was done really well, and the story is intriguing me, and you can tell the talent is definitely there. I just was looking for a little bit more of a fullness or a sense of scope. or scale or whatnot to what's going on here. And I feel like music wise, it just kind of, it just didn't quite reach the levels I was hoping for. It just kind of stayed somewhat, you know, mellow is not the right word, but just kind of came in a little below of where I was expecting. It didn't really rise to what I feel like the story that they're telling requires. But aside from that, I'm still intrigued, curious to see what the album's going to be like on April 15th. Hopefully, it's a really cool story, and hopefully, we get a little bit more of this scale where, I mean, we're out in space here, where we're talking different planets and traveling around, and this big evil villain guy who's trying to purify the world, or I'm not quite sure what his motives are, but so I really want to feel that sense, that space opera, it's described as a sci-fi metal opera from what I can tell. So it's like I just expect a grand sound. So hopefully we get that. But anywho, let me know in the comments below what you thought of that one there, and I'll catch you all later. Ranger, out.